The last day's play in this year's 2012 World Seniors Championship. This is the state of play. As you can see, Darren Morgan, Dean O'Kane, and we've just seen Tony Chappell book their place in the semi-finals. But who will join them? Will it be Tony Knowles or Nigel Bond? Yep, 3 down, 1 to go. Let's meet the players for our last match this afternoon.
Hello, welcome back to the action. It's the Wildcrest Park World Senior Championship brought to you by World Snooker. We are coming to you live from Portsmouth, and a very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live and exclusive here on Sky Sports HD. 3 frames of snooker. Our referee in charge is the legend, John Williams. And now it's time to meet our players. Ladies and gentlemen, the former world number 2, Tony Knowles, and the former shootout champion, and there's only one Bond, Nigel Bond!
And nice cufflinks, snooker cufflinks as well. I like that, Nigel Bond. And what are yours, Tony? Sorry? Oh, they're just cufflinks.
They're good ones, then.
Oh, they're
Very good ones, then.
Yeah, but they are just cufflinks. Anyway, a place against defending champion Darren Morgan awaits the winner of this game.
Yeah, good draw.
How's your game at the moment? We joked yesterday about how much time you have and haven't had on the practice table. You had time today?
I've played on the practice table today, yeah. Yeah, I was playing well. Well, I've not played a lot over the year. I know Nigel's been on the circuit and he's been doing very well.
Okay. Judging by what you would have learned in yesterday's game, would you change the way you approach this match? Do you have a game plan for a best of 3? A few people tweeted in saying, can you prepare for a best of 3?
Not really. I mean, obviously you treat each player with the same respect as the other one. And obviously we've seen this afternoon, obviously Steve and Jimmy getting beat, who were, big favourites to win. So you can't take anything for granted over best of 3 frames.
Nigel Bond, Tony Knowles, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
A reminder that if you do have a question, anything to do with the game, then send it in to us here at Sky Snooker on the world of Twitter. Let's join our boys in the box. Mike Callett, first up, the great WT.
Well, thank you very much indeed, and this is the last of the quarter-finals. Tony Knowles, a former world number 2, against the former British Open champion Nigel Bond. As Andy's just explained, Nigel Bond would be strong favourite for this game, as he's still playing on the main tour, but Tony Knowles showed flashes of his old self yesterday, Mike.
Yes, he did, and he said he's been practicing on the practice table. I was watching him earlier on, he was looking like hitting the ball well, but as we know, anything can happen with just the 3 frames. You've got to put Nigel favourite for this match, of course, but Tony's very capable of winning this match.
I think it's remarkable, really, that Tony's here only a few months ago. He's recovering from throat cancer and that, and he's had treatment, and he obviously feels a bit weak now and again. His throat is badly burned, obviously, from the chemo and things, but it's remarkable that he's here playing, and best of luck in both battles, not only in this match here, but in the battle against the Big C.
Yeah, he said he was determined to be here, didn't he? Good opening red from Nigel. A little bit unlucky with the cannon into the black. Well, you can see a bit of the pink, and you can see the green as well.
Nigel Bond 1.
just caught that fraction on the thick side, and I'm not sure whether he's covered this red near the right corner. Nigel's having a look at it. Well, he could get through to it. It's a good shot. Well, no applause. I thought that was a good shot there, Willie.
Yes, there wasn't much room. Oh, there's a little painted face.
Is that a little pumpkin face, is it? Halloween.
That's a good shot. Did well to avoid the cannon on the brown, but hasn't quite hit it hard enough.
6.
Too sure whether this red passes the other end to the corner. He's had a quick look at it. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't quite pot.
Attempted the plant with the
Nigel Bond 6.
element of safety, but he hasn't got the cue ball near the cushion there. Just wonder whether Tony will be tempted with this red here on the right hand side. Nice pot.
1.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Well, you could say that he's on the black.
Yes, unfortunately, with not a shot to play, it's going to be tough to get back into the ball carrier. He's going to have to play it as thin as possible. Not only is he going to have to miss the kiss on the blue, he's going to have to miss the kiss on the green. So he's playing with a lot of right-hand side and trying to swerve it just to try and create an angle that's not really there. There's the swerve. He's missed the kiss on the blue. Has he missed the kiss on the green? He has done. That's an excellent shot. Well played.
Well played. Nigel can see this one on the top cushion though. I think he's also see the one down the right hand side. Able to play a return to bulk. Good pace. Nigel's got the speed of this table. Oh, he's tough these. Tucked under the back cushion. Well, he went to drop it in. Couldn't really leave anything there. Probably the one that he was playing, but that doesn't seem too bad. Of course, in all these frames, we've got 10 minutes free play until the shot clock comes into operation.
Amazing how the standard of play, apart from obviously Steve Davis, who was very disappointed in his first match against Darren Morgan, how, because the players have had a little bit of table time now, the standard of play has improved. The Dean O'Kane match was superb with Jimmy White, one of the best matches I've ever seen over 3 frames.
Yeah, he did so well to hold himself together there at the end. Super break Dean made to get back into that final frame.
And of course Tony Chappell had an excellent win over Ali and Robertson. Both players have been off the tour for quite considerable time, but Tony Chappell looked very sharp. Yeah, the standard play wasn't great in the opening round, apart from when Darren played the first match. It's certainly improved today. I think there may be a gap. I'm not too sure that he can get through to the red. He's got to swerve it.
Well, if he doesn't get rid of it, he's got to try and cover it.
May play to move it, that one red onto another, but he's going to have to be fortunate not to leave a red on here if he doesn't get this safety shot right. Play to move the red, he hasn't moved it, and that's the reason he's left the red on.
Well, it's not that bad actually. Now he's left that white on the side cushion. I think it'll still cut back. Yeah, he's having a look at the potting angle. He's just got to avoid everything here with the cue ball. Might land on something down the other end of the table. Caught the other red. Well, oh, nearly 2 for 1 there. It's not bad though. He's nicely on the brown.
And the blue is in the way to make it perfect. He'd like to swing the brown round 3 cushions to get onto the reds near the black, but I don't think anything pots in that left-hand corner. The one directly behind the pack of reds will pot, and that's the reason he had to play a forcing shot, because there's no easy
Nigel
positional
Bond
shot,
one.
and that's very lucky to have got away with that.
Yeah, just put his hand up to apologise.
Was always one of the better safety players in the game. Tony Knowles, you don't get to world number 2 without having an all-round game. Been off the circuit, as we mentioned quite a few times, for a number of years, but still very apt in the safety department.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of the PTCs actually, Tony. Well, these might take some time to sort out. A little safety bout coming up here. Oh, he's found the gap. That's amazing. Oh, has he been lucky? No, I don't think he's quite covered it with the blue.
But the fact that it's had finished tight on the cushion is really difficult to get onto a colour. He'd like to get onto the pink, which is available in the left-hand corner. One. As well as he could have done, really. The brown's available now.
Five.
Going to have to risk screwing off the red here and go up for one of the bought colours. There's a slight chance he could get onto the pink in the same pocket as he's playing the red. It just depends what kind of cannon he gets on them. There's the screw. Has he got a bit of side on? He has. Lots of it.
6.
Well played. Good shot.
Time clock in operation.
There's the backspin on the cue ball off the other red. He's got 1 or 2 reds open here now. Black's still tied up though. Oh, that doesn't help with the cue ball going there.
Been unlucky, isn't he? He's had a couple of kisses that have availed the wrong position rather than the right position. A thicker kiss on that, he'd have been on and off the cushion.
Nine.
Not quite sure what he was thinking there. Unless he thought he might be able to get onto the pinks
Yellow
in the
ball.
middle, but it's going to have to be a safety. Try and get him behind the brown. No, the blue, I should say. Oh, I didn't strike that well. Okay, he's got
Tony
the white
Knowles
tied
now.
to the cushion, but I think he was trying to lay a snooker there. This opening frame just got a little bit scrappy. The balls are not well placed. Oh, that's a terrific shot. Although he might have left a shot to nothing on here. There's a red just behind the pink that will pot. So he's just having a quick look at the potting angle. I'm sure he'd be going for this. He can avoid the other reds.
I'm not too sure whether he can avoid the yellow though, Mike, if he plays it at pace. He needs to swing it round with a little bit of side to miss the kiss on the yellow. He has done. He's swing it round nicely.
but the red's come up into the middle of the table. So Nigel, I think, well, the saving grace there for Tony is the white's finished near to that back cushion. Well, again, he's pushed it towards this corner. Big bounce behind the brown, is it? No, Tony can see this red. Depends what angle he's got on this red, though, whether he can run around 2 cushions or not. He's got a slight angle. You have to cue well to pot these. Very difficult shot, that. Well, probably the first real chance that Nigel has had amongst the reds at this end. He had enough angle to try and get up the table, just caught it a bit too full. So, what can Nigel do here? He's got to avoid the other balls here, pot in this one. Well, that's not bad.
One.
Little bit unfortunate and a bit fortunate at the same time, because he's fortunate to have knocked the pink into play, but a little unfortunate he's left himself hampered on the yellow. So he's having to cue over the yellow here, which makes his pink a lot more difficult than it should have been, or could have been. Nicely done. This might have to go onto the blue spot. Oh, the black spot's available, plenty
7.
of room there. I think it might go to both corners as well. Well, Nigel will be disappointed
Nigel
with the
Bond,
miss, but
7.
won't be disappointed with the finish. He's got away with that one. A lot of shots have been missed at pace when they're playing across the nap. I don't know why, but we seem to be hitting everything too thick. But this cloth is very, very slippy. That's an excellent safety shot from Tony. Nigel can get through the gap here, though. Could take this one on. Safety in mind. Just the safety. Right, red. Where's the cue ball?
1.
He's okay. Good red. Well, this needs a good shot here. He can play on the loose red. If he pots it in the natural angle, we'll leave him on the red. As long as he doesn't snook himself behind the blue going back onto its own spot. That's the reason he played a little bit of stun. That made the pot a lot more difficult. Playing it plain ball, it would have been very near the blue spot, the cue ball. It's a bad miss, though.
One.
Could have done with the cue ball just being a little bit further down the table here. I don't know whether you can cannon anything. The red next to the black, perhaps. A little bit of right hand side on the cue ball. Yes, well done. He's chipped that one out. Lovely. And of course, the pink going back onto its own spot helps. He's done a good shot here, though.
7.
Going to be clattering into the black, and just depends where the white finishes. Yes, that's one of those, isn't it, where you have to rely on a bit of good fortune, Mike, don't you? You haven't got any real idea where it's going to finish, but once again, you'd have to say he's been a little unlucky not to get on a colour better than this. He's looking at the green. I think he can still cut the green back into the centre. Well, if it does cut in, it's a natural angle to come round for the red that's just above the black. But he probably feels the green's a little bit too thin. I think he's deciding on the pink, is he? Oh, it'll just be a safety. Yeah, he's not interested. He'll wait.
Nigel Bond 8.
Well, at least that's put another high value colour into play. That's the Jimmy Jib camera, that one that you just saw there. That's a lot of different camera angles we can give you. And that's a nice one. I just wonder, I think Tony's been a little bit fortunate there. He's covered this red over the corner with the black. Cushion first, just take it away from this pocket. Oh dear me, that's a loose one. You needed to hit that red fullish to sort of push it to the cushion, and that's very careless. Yes, this was the shot Mike was talking about, just trying to hit full ball. He's hit half ball. And that is, as Mike rightly said, very, very careless indeed. It wasn't a difficult shot, was it?
One.
The dreaded bleeps. Yeah, it's not really close enough to the black to make it a certainty. He runs through on and off the cushion. I think he can avoid the kiss on the yellow. He's playing the pink instead. I don't know whether he can hold it for that red. He'll probably have to come on and off the baulk cushion. He was able to hold it, but you can see how difficult it was. It wasn't a good first red, to be perfectly honest.
Knowles one.
Whoever goes on to win this first frame will be absolutely delighted, because they both had plenty of chances. Two cushions here with the cue ball, probably on this to get on this red on the top cushion. He needs to avoid the yellow though. Ah. Oh, Nigel seems to have still been in bed. I mean, that's it's straightforward, the one that Mike explained. The two cushions completely misjudged it.
Nigel Bond 6.
I still think there's a little bit of snooker left in this opening frame. Well, this looks pretty good if it keeps going. I think Tony can just see some of this one on the top cushion. This could be right over the pocket. Yeah, I think Tony was playing that shot with a bit of side, Willie. He's just pushed the white into the red there, and that's why he caught it thick. And of course, that's so easy to do on these tables, isn't it? If you're not playing on them all the time, you know, you can put side on the ball that it's not intended. Nigel's just not at the races at the minute as far as the positional side's concerned. He's left himself plenty to do here. He's 22 points in front, so just red and pink needed. Good shot.
6.
Well, it's been a little bit of a battle between these two in this opening frame. This is frame ball then. And the yellow will help. That's an excellent shot. It's got the yellow to the green pocket. Green to follow. And the frame is over if this goes in. Well done.
14. 17. $21. 26.
I'm sure he won't bother with the black. Well, there's plenty of chances for both players here. Welcome back then to Portsmouth in this 2012 World Seniors Championship. Those are the scores on the doors today. The defending champion, Darren Morgan, beat Stevie A. Davis by 2 frames to 0. Dino Kane, well, what a good win that was over Jimmy White. Terrific match that. Best match of the day so far. He beat Jimmy 2-1. Elaine Robidoux was beaten 2-0 by Tony Chappell, played well. And as we've just seen there, a bit of a scrappy opening frame between the last 2 players in this last quarter-final, but Nigel Bond just pinching it. And of course this evening, we're then getting to the semi-finals and final. They start at 7 p.m. on Sky Sports 3HD.
Well, I've got a chance to speak to my pal Tony Knowles there in the corner, and Tony, a bit of a scrappy frame, that could have gone either way, got in a couple of times early.
Yeah, it was an awkward game. The balls went funny there, tied up, and I had my chances. I missed the pink in the middle pocket there when just after the shot clock had come on. It made me sort of just lose my timing a bit.
With you not being
I heard it in the back of my ear and you know, the shot clock, and then it just quickened me up on the shot.
With you not playing regular on these kind of tables, Tony, those kind of shots on the pink where you're trying to hold a ball, it's a lot easier on your practice table, isn't it, where it's a little bit slower?
Yeah, well, once you've got the timing right, it's an easy shot, but to play after you've been playing a lot of safety, it becomes a more difficult shot, you know, and it's one of them where I had to play it to get on the red. And unfortunately, I put Nigel in.
Yes, Nigel, obviously happy to win the first frame in these best of 3s. Always nice to get off to a fast start. And only 2 shots there, just slightly out of position, but obviously we must be pleased to get the frame on the board in the end.
Yeah, obviously, as Tony said, we both missed a couple of balls, easy balls in that frame. I don't really feel like that either of us sort of settled down, to be honest, in that frame. But you know, fortunately for me, I just managed to pot the few balls at the end there.
Yes, how you're handling the table. Obviously, a lot of the lads have said that it's very, very quick on the bed, you know, and you can easily lose the cue ball when you get in, especially when you get onto the blue. You finish up beyond that, going onto the yellow and the green.
Yeah. Obviously, the table's very slick, and like you say, if you don't settle, the table can make you look a little bit silly, to be honest, at times.
Well, good luck, guys, in this second frame.
Tony Knowles to break.
So Tony Knowles, having lost the opening frame, has to win the remaining 2. Looks pretty confident at the moment, Tony Knowles. Obviously, he mentioned missing that easy pink in the middle, which normally he would pot. Just shows you what pressure can do at this game. That's not the best break-off. I thought he was going to kiss the blue, so it's not a bad break-off. But he has brought a red in play, and Nigel will take this on.
Didn't need much more, just a fraction more, and he'd have been men behind the green, but as Willie said, there is a red on here, and he can avoid the black and reds. Nearly. Unfortunately for him, he's pushed one over that corner pocket.
I'm not too sure whether the black will pot in the corner. We'll know after this shot. If not, he'll have to play with a little bit of check side to get onto the blue or bought colour.
One.
Didn't really play that gap, but the gap he has got.
He'll take it. Well, he's had to play a few off the cushions, and that's just not come too far away from that one there, but he still has this red into the corner he can cut back.
Yes, lost the white there a little bit, didn't he? He'll do well to get good position off this shot. cue ball running loose, you see. It's never easy.
Tony Knowles, 6.
He'll be disappointed, Knowles, because he's playing okay, but every time he seems to do something wrong, he seems to leave something easy.
He's taking this right to the centre. Holding for the blue. Well, there's a good chance here for Nigel to take out the match here, although the black is slightly tied up, but there's plenty of reds in the open. Oh, that's unlucky. How on earth did he find that gap there?
Well, purposely, because the black was out of play, wasn't he? He was playing the aggressive shot, trying to bring the pink into play. He has brought the pink into play. Just have a look at this. He's playing the cannon. He actually just missed the kiss on the pink. He was playing to kiss the pink. But because of the miss on the pink, he's actually hit the red's half ball. It's very unlucky to finish where he did.
Nigel Bond, 6.
Plenty of reds there now to be potted if the player gets in. Good pace.
Excellent pace, wasn't it? Whoever wins this safety battle obviously is going to have an excellent chance to get a sizable lead in this frame. So this safety shot is very, very important from here. Oopsie daisy, has he got away with it? There is a red on, but I'm not too sure. Anything he can do is screw back off the other red and get on the pink in the middle.
Oh, he's had to play 1 or 2 from that back cushion, actually. They're never easy. It's just, as I say, a little bit on the thin side. He could get the one through the gap.
1.
Don't think the blue goes. Might have to take the green on.
Pink available into 3 of the 4 major pockets. I'm not too sure that it's possible in this left-hand corner. But it's certainly possible in both middles and the right-hand corner now. So if he does get nicely on a red, you'd expect to score 30 or 40 from here.
Struck that well. That was a great shot. Well, he's just looking at that now, see if the pink goes into this left corner, because he could stun
4.
down from this red. Let's see how he plays this one. Obviously it does.
5.
And now that it is available, Mike, you'd expect Nigel to make the next 4 or 5 reds and pinks without too many problems. So this is worrying times for Tony Knowles supporters.
Yes, unfortunately for him, it was just too thin on that safety.
11.
Nigel Bond came into the tournament as one of the favourites to win it. He's got an excellent chance here to get place in the semi-final.
12.
Of course, the winner of this match plays the defending champion Darren Morgan
18.
this evening in the semi-finals.
$19.
Yes, the winner of this match plays Darren in the first match of the evening, so they won't have too much time to rest. So Nigel would like to ideally win this frame very quickly. It gives him an extra hour's rest.
$24.
Yes, the second match, second semi-final will be Dean O'Kane versus Tony Chapman.
25.
Great win for Dean against Jimmy White.
Yes, there could be a few nerves in that match, couldn't there? A chance to get to a major final. Tony Chapman and Dean O'Kane haven't done that in their careers so far. So there may be a little bit of nerves in that match, but Bond and should he go on to
31.
win this match. And Darren Morgan are pretty used to the big time.
Just a bit of a stretch here.
32.
He's got the experience as well. This is a little bit awkward. Well played.
$38. $39.
Taking these reds very, very nicely. As we suggested earlier on, there was 5 or 6 loose reds. You'd expect him to pot those with blues or pinks, and this is very close to the winning post now. Just a couple more reds needed.
Yeah, it gets a little tougher from here though. Not ideally placed. He's come down for this red near the top cushion. Now I think he's just got there.
44.
Yeah, he's just there.
45.
Looks like he's just landed a little bit straight on this pink. Does he have any angle at all? Let's get over for the reds.
Yeah, I think he can stun through the gap, Michael, those reds, which he has played. So there's one in the middle.
Yeah, that will do. It would have been nice if it just pushed the other one a little bit further, but he's still
51.
got one on. 51 the lead. A couple of reds required. He's played these well.
52.
Been a beautiful break, isn't it? This is, you couldn't have played this better. Just one more red needed. Where's it going to come from?
That is the big question. Everything's covering everything else. He's gone to move something. Well, he has done, but hasn't come out too well. So it'll only be a safety, so there's still enough on there for Tony. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But Nigel in full
Bond
command here, really.
It's a long tunnel, I think. It's been excellent standard, really, this afternoon. We've had some decent sized breaks, and that was a break from virtually nowhere. Break of 57, the highest break in this match so far. And Tony Knowles, with the black being slightly off its spot, it's going to be very, very tough to win this frame.
This is a big shot. He's played it well. That's a good shot. Down the table though from these reds. And Nigel doesn't want to open these up too much. He was able to avoid the other two. Keeping the pressure on.
And the key thing there was missing a baulk colour, which he has done. There's no easy way back into baulk here either, because you can't hit the right hand side of these two reds to get back into baulk. The pink's in the way, so if he does play that, he's going to tip very, very thin. That's an excellent shot. Almost deserved to get a snooker here. Very, very good, Knowlesy.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky not to get the full snooker. I think Nigel can see some of these reds on the... Well, he can't see the reds on the left-hand side, but...
Looking to see if one of these pots, surely. It doesn't appear to be one on.
No. Well, I just wondered if you get to the left-hand, see enough of the left-hand one. Oh, well. He's actually caught the other red first. A little bit fortunate, but he'll take it. That might just put him into the semi-finals. Especially if this black goes in. A little bit wide. He should have done enough here. 2 snookers required for Tony Knowles.
One.
And I think he's just landed the wrong side of this black here. We'll have to hold the white in the middle of the table for that red.
Eight.
These
Nine.
high value colours, and they're always difficult shots to try and hold the white at this end, but well, this pink has to go in, otherwise it's all over. This pink to stay in the match, and as he's missed it, I'm afraid he's now out of this match.
Tony Knowles 9.
Four snookers required, but he might have left this on. Yes, well, he could see enough of it. It's all over now, I'm afraid, for Tony Knowles, and it will be Nigel Bond going into the semi-finals. Sure, a disappointment for Tony. He had one or two chances there, but in the end, Nigel just too solid.
Ten. 13. 17. 22.
So the bookies' favourites then will clash in this evening's first semi-final. It will be Nigel
28.
Bond against Darren Morgan, defending champ.
Yeah, great win for Nigel Bond. He books his place into the last four, which will be played to a finish tonight, and this is exactly how that last four looks. Nigel Bond just beaten Tony Knowles by 2 frames to 0. Will take on defending champion Darren Morgan in our first semi-final, and our second one is between Tony Chappell and the man who knocked out the whirlwind Jimmy White, Dean O'Kane. If you're wondering when you need to tune in, well, wonder no more. You've got time for a nice warm dinner, and then it's back here for the semi-finals and final from 7 p.m. on Sky Sports 3 HD. That's it then. Just 3 matches remain till we find out who will be the champion this year. Time for a nice bit of dinner, and then we'll see you back here live for the conclusion of this year's World Snookers from 7 p.m. See you soon.
Take nothing less than the supreme best. Do not obey, no must people say that you can pass the test. Just move on up to a greater day. With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it. Just move on up. Move on up. We move on up. Watch out, but just move on